When we protest, they tell us pipe down for Trayvon and Mike Brown. CNN wanna make it black white, cause we hit their action with a black light. Make no sucker act right. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the TNTK101. We appreciate it. Feels good to be back. We keep telling you that we have a lot in store for you guys with these new seasons and whatnot. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, life has been roller coastering, but we getting it.
We're getting it together. Getting it together. So with that, we want to start with positivity. It's definitely hard to keep positive in times of dire stress. We know firsthand it's definitely hard. As you see, it's just two of us. It used to be three of us. We'll have guest hosts from here and there, but aside from that, going back to positivity, you have to keep a mind space just clear for you and yourself. Then with that, I mean doing things for you, because it's always going to be hard. Something's always going to be a challenge. Something's always going to throw an obstacle in your way. But the important thing is how you handle that hurdle. And the best way you feel like you can handle a hurdle may not always be the best way, but just remember that the goal is to jump over the hurdle and you'll be okay. And stay positive. Stay with a sense of, I can do this. Can should be the first word in your vocabulary. Because yes, it feels hard. Yes, you feel down, but you have to keep can in your vocabulary. Call somebody, talk to somebody, get it off your chest. Never let it fester. Get it off, because you letting it fester just lets negativity sit with you. I know this because I know it from firsthand experience. It's something I go through. It's something that I feel everyone goes through and nobody speaks about it, but it's much easier to think of something negative happening than something positive happening. It's kind of like the same concept of like, bad things happen because you speak them into existence. People really don't realize how much power you have in the things that you say. And like, people be like, oh, well, I can say something good and it don't happen. That's because you really don't believe that. But when you say something negative, you really believe that that's a possibility. You believe that that's something that can happen to you. In the same way that you believe that that can happen to you in a negative sense, you have to believe with that same with that same power that you feel like that negative thing can happen, that positive thing can happen. If you really feel like you could walk out your house tomorrow and it might be a bad day, well, it might be a bad day because you thought about it like that and you really believe it might be a bad day. But if you, with that same authority, thought that I might walk out the door today and find a bag of money, you make money. Exactly.
$1.
Right, something. $100 bill, something to shoot. She'll tell you about the other day when I found that dollar. We was walking back to my house from the store.
Yeah, you saw it before I did.
A dollar.
I'm never paying attention.
She's paying attention, but it's a dollar. That's why nobody cares. It's a dollar. I found that and I was like, the little things count. You have to embrace the little things because they get you through those rough periods. You can't let yourself be in a rut.
With me personally, positivity is very hard. Like, I don't think I'm an optimistic person. I think I kind of just look at everything like the glass half empty, so to speak. But it's because majority of life is spent worrying about shit. And cause you always have, it's always something to do and somewhere to go and a bill here, and as soon as you pay this, then the first is right back around the corner. And I feel like us as people, especially black people, we don't support each other enough. We're not there enough. We don't voice how we feel unless it's about something negative or what have you, or just whatever is going on that's popping or lit. You're not paying attention to what like really matters. Because at the end of the day, the people you turn up with aren't 9 times out of 10 the same people that you do confide in or that you even see on a regular basis. You see the same people doing the same thing, and yet you feel they're moving and prospering, and then you're just there. And I feel like being positive is, yes, it is a mindset, but at the same time, you also have to create an environment. Like, you can't just be around people who think negative. You can't be around somebody who's a dark cloud, because anytime you have a good thought or something positive, or you want to do something that's not necessarily different, but something that you feel is your arena and you want to just bounce an idea off of that person, they're never gonna agree with you. They always gonna say, bruh, this and that. Like, they're always gonna have something negative to say. If you continue to be around people like that, then you're gonna sit in that negative. You're going to become depressed. You're gonna be in a rut. You're not gonna be able to do or move or feel any kind of way other than just bad. Like, you wake up and you mad, eat cereal. Like, you mad and it's morning. Like, there's a difference between not being a morning person because you just didn't get enough sleep versus a nigga that got like 15 hours and you still just mad. Like, I'm saying good morning and you give me a face. Now I got a problem and I was happy. Like, energy transfers from people. Like,
Absolutely.
you can completely be happy and somebody can completely piss you off if you give them the authority and the power to do that.
And that's something my dad says, that you can't let somebody create your happiness.
You give people the power to change your mood, whether you think about it or not. Because when you listen to music, some music you be turned up, some music you be depressed, some music you want to sit outside your ex window and just cry because it's probably Drake.
Fuck all that. I'm throwing shit, throw everything, to throw the car,
anything can change your mood. So I would suggest that you always try to at least stay positive and be around positive people. For me, it's very hard for me. I'm negative as fuck, and I know that. At least I'm aware of that, and the people that I now have in my life, everyone for the most part is glass full kind of person. So I can come to them with some depressing shit or some sad shit and be like, you know, my job messed up my check and I'm mad. And that person could either be like, damn, that's fucked up, and ignite my madness, or be like, don't worry about it. Like, don't let that stress out your day. Call your job, HR fix it, and you keep it fucking pushing. Like, at the end of the day, you have to realize that there is a tomorrow. So, yeah,
you have to.
Monday may have been horrible, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday may be lit as hell. And you so stuck in Monday that you can't even enjoy your Friday.
I feel like that's where I'm at this very second now that she says that. So it's the truth, y'all. You guys can't stay in that mindset. You have to think about, for you can't be for the moment. The moment is important because it's definitely a key factor in going forward and doing and progressing in whatever it is that you're trying to do. But you also have to realize that, like she said, there's a tomorrow. There's a better, brighter day coming around the corner. It may seem like it's raining today, but you don't know what the weather is for tomorrow. Man doesn't know. Yeah, we like to predict and we like to run our mouths and stuff, but at the end of the day, no man knows, because Mother Nature do what the fuck she want to do. Just like she said, you have to let yourself be in complete control of your happiness. You can't give somebody the power to say things and alter your mood, because at the end of the day, they're going to go on about their day and you're going to be stuck mad and they ain't going to care. Or they're going to be slightly happy for that to say that they bothered you, and you can't let nobody have that type of power over you, because that power is power being taken from yourself. It's like you're handing out slices of pie that say, this is Danny's power, this is C's power, this is their power, and they don't have it. There's not a slice of pie to give, and that's when you have to realize that. And
I want to touch on change.
Just gonna go to the next topic, so just lead us in.
Not necessarily with me, but I have lately noticed that people get offended by people being in control of their lives, in the sense of, you are your own person. You have your own brain, your own heart, and you breathe. You pay your own goddamn bills. As a human being and an American, or whatever the fuck you are, no one should get mad at another person for being in control of them. If someone cuts you off, 9 times out of 10, you handed them the scissors to do so. A person should only deal with so much from a person. Like, after so long with dealing with people, you get to know a person. You get to know what makes them tick, what makes them move. And if you know that you're causing bullshit in somebody's life and now they're not talking to you, and you see them like chilling and lit and happy, let them be. Like, don't get mad that you got cut off because 9 times out of 10, they told you what the problem was, and y'all sat down and discussed it, and your behavior didn't change. So now I'm an asshole because you chose to continue to fuck me over, and I chose to leave. At the end of the day, like, it's life, and change is gonna come. I mean, if you are a person who runs your own business, you know that change is going to come because you are in control of your life versus somebody who works a 9 to 5. So change is kind of inevitable. The only thing that really changes is probably rules, but your life doesn't change. And it's like, you mad at me for growing. The same things you wanted when you were 7 is not the same person you're going to be when you're 11, and it's not going to be the same person when you're 13. Nor when you're 18, nor when you're 21, nor when you're 30.
And I personally have a problem if it is, because you shouldn't be stagnant. I understand that with older age comes the I'm stuck in my ways, but I keep saying, I know you guys heard it in season 1, but I don't want to be stuck in my ways for the rest of my life. I always want to be able to grow. I always want to be able to get better, because there's, as a good person or a fairly well-trained, functioning person, I just don't see how it could be in anybody's wiring to want to stay the same. Because in a sense, if that's the case, then you want to be in a rut for the rest of your life.
It's because they're comfortable. A lot of people don't like change because once they get comfortable in a routine, they want to like just stay in it. And some people embrace it. Some people, they look forward to change. Me, depending on what kind of change it is, I'm down for it. Body, mind, soul.
I get that.
I'm down for that.
But that you can't. Like,
that's just, but that's just,
that.
Some people, that's just how some people think, and you can't knock a person for thinking
I'm not knocking you,
a different way.
You just have to grow.
You just have to. No, you don't have to do nothing. You can stay the exact same, and I'm going to grow over there, and we just ain't gonna talk.
And that's what I'm saying. That if that's the case, that's exactly the scenario that's gonna happen.
Which is not a problem, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people, like I see it all the time, especially on like social media. Like, so many people, like, I know have personally changed. The majority of the people that I know have changed, have done it for the better. And a lot of people who used to turn it with you back in the day are like, oh, you changed, you stuck up, you this and you that. It's like, no, bitch, I'm grown. I have things I should do.
I'm not trying to be where you saw me 3 years ago.
And even in relationships, the same woman I was when I was 21 and in a relationship, I'm completely different. And he probably if we were together now, he would have got a better me now than he would have then. Which sucks because it's like, you fuck up things and then you grow from them, and then sometimes you have to then grow that new flower in a new fucking pot holder. You can't go back because now that relationship, that is the past. Sometimes people change. Like, I'm not gonna say everybody changes because a lot of people do not change. I know a lot of people who are still doing the same things, and when I say same things, same mindset, they still move.
60 and doing dumb shit it's not cute. It's not cool either.
So,
it's not. It's really not.
With that being said, I just want you to know that don't feel the need to want to check up on your past. Because we do that. Because I do it. Like, I'll get in my moments where I'm like, let me check up on so-and-so.
Stop.
Dumbass.
Stop right there. Don't do that shit.
Then
let the past be the past. You don't look back.
Get into it and you realize, I remember when I started fucking with you. And then it's kind of too late. You got to block their phone number. And then you meet people
and then you got to change your number if you meet.
Where you were the person who fucked up, and the person may now see your change, and you guys meet at a common ground, and you let them be them. At the end of the day, you have to let people be them. So if I love you, if I care about you, if you're in my life for whatever reason, I see something in you that has me entertaining you in my life. Because if someone doesn't benefit you, and I don't mean financially, meaning if someone doesn't bring something happy to your life, why are they there? If the only thing that person is doing is stressing you the fuck out, and all y'all do is argue, and every time you see that person, think of that person, they're in your area, the environment, the energy is not good, that means that you are holding on to something that you don't need to. And I'm not a Bible thumper, however, I do know that in the Bible, it does say somewhere, some way, shape, or form, that when God wants to remove someone from your life and you don't allow him, that he'll make them bring you hell until you realize I have to walk away from this person. And sometimes we don't want to, and sometimes we're overly past this person has brought me hell, and we're still there because at the end of the day, if you love somebody, yeah, you can love somebody, but at the end of the day, I have to love you from my home over here and you way over there. Because you are important. You're more important than anyone. In any relationship that you are in, you are more important. Whether that is your spouse or whatever. The reason why I say that is because if self is not happy, you can't bring happiness. If you're not a happy person, how are you supposed to be a functioning person? I can't be a good sister, a good businesswoman, a good girlfriend, a good daughter if I'm sad and I'm mad and my energy is bad, because then I'm just going to rain on everyone's parade.
Absolutely. And
so, yeah.
With that, y'all, we out. We trying to keep it short and sweet now. We're not going to be talking y'all ear off no more. We'll leave you with the fact that we do have other projects coming up. You can look forward to C's makeup channel. That's coming out real soon. You should be seeing the videos actually link up and releases. And I have a jewelry business that I've actually started. So we're doing some big things, you guys, and we hope that you guys are doing big things as well, because it's money to be made, people to be seen, and movements to be made, you guys. It's time to wake up. It's time to stay woke. It's time to let's get it done. So with that, the Bible says, and I'm definitely not a Bible thumper like
I'm not, but I know what I said is in there somewhere.
And I'm still doing my research on trying to figure out if there's a Bible that was not translated that we can get somebody to translate into the English language, so I know what it is from back then that was actually said. So I'm, like we said, we're not Bible thumpers, but the Bible says faith without works is dead. So let's get to work, y'all.
Everything you need will be linked down below.
Absolutely. See y'all later.